Uh, Thank you so much. This evening, I just want to opportunity to say thank you for the organizers, the dreamers, and all of us who are here. And thank you, Pastor, for the wonderful message that you have given us. And for all of you who are here, the various journeys that you have taken that has made us to be here tonight. I know I don't have so much, and I'm a preacher, and sometime I may begin. Let me live within my time that I have. Tonight, I just want to share something little that is really dear to me. It is the topic known as potential. The potential. One person defines potential as all you can, but you have not yet become. All you can do, but you have not yet done. How far you can reach, but you have not yet reached. What you can accomplish, but you have not yet accomplished. Potential is unexposed ability and latent power. For what we are here today, the journeys that we have gone to where we are, we don't call that potential. That is done. The journeys that you have taken to where you are today, we don't call it potential. That is already done. Potential is that which still lies within us. Something that is still deep in us. It's like a seed. Now let me use that one for some of us who understand the seed. When you see a mango seed, in it is multiples of mangoes if you plant it. But when you hold it in your hand, it is just but a seed. That is the potential. When you look at it, before we have that corn seed, mango seed, orange seed, there was another orange or corn that was in existence that brought it there. So what happened last year, we don't call that potential. That is done. It is what you have done is no longer your potential. Potential is what you can do, but you have not yet done. It is what lies in you that you can still get into deep inside yourself and say, you know what, I'm able to get there. There are three types of people. Number one, few who make things happen. There are very few people who make things happen. And I just want to thank, the first time I got the WhatsApp message about Texken, and I looked through it, that's an idea that was in somebody's mind. And that person said, I'm not going to sleep with this idea in my bedroom. And it goes like that. But he said, I'm going to put it out somewhere. I drove 45 minutes to be here. If that WhatsApp message was never sent, I don't think I will be here tonight. Because that's an idea that somebody saw it. And there is few who make things happen. There are three types of people in this world. Young men and ladies and there are three people. One, the many who watch things happen. There's so many who sit on the side and they're just watching things happen. And you know, they always comment like they know it all. Now I love soccer. And those who watch soccer, when we sit on the stands and we're watching the 11 versus 11, the 22 people playing, sometimes we are sure if they had made that pass, that would have been a goal. But if you're put into that field, that's when you realize the density and the pressure that you have. So there are many who watch things happen. You know, the time I said I am not going to watch things happen, I came in 2008. 2008, Barack Obama won and became a president. And so 2009, there was inauguration in Washington, D.C. And I was in Michigan. I drove with few friends of mine to be among those who watched that celebration. So that crowd was real. That wasn't a fabricated crowd. It was real. So I got there 3 days. And I remember the day before the inauguration, which was on a Tuesday. We woke up that Tuesday early in the morning, almost 3. I made it to Pennsylvania Avenue at 11 in the morning. 3 from DC, which is 11 minutes drive, downtown DC, to Pennsylvania Avenue is 11 minutes drive. It took me 7 hours to get to Pennsylvania Avenue. It was cold. We stood there. The inauguration speech later on, by the time the parade was done, that's when we were allowed to leave. It was 3 p.m. So 3 in the morning to 3 p.m. That is the day I said, I am not going to watch things happen. I'm going to make things happen. I'm not going to stand and watch things happen. I said, I'm going to make things happen. And this is 8 years down the line. In fact, this week is my 8th year since I got married. And the first thing I did when I left that DC, by then I was young. You know, when you are young, you can do anything. You can go wherever you want. I said, I want to come back and be responsible. And I said, I need to get married. And I decided, you know, when I was dating and I told my friends that I'm going to get married, they looked at me and said, you just got here. Who told you that longevity matters for you to do stuff? Or because you have been somewhere for so long, so that's how you can do stuff. I said, no, I'm going to marry. And within a span of 9 months, I got married. And a span of 8 years now, down the line, I have a wife and 2 kids, 5 years old and 2 years old and 3 years old. I said I'm going to have things happen. Number 3, overwhelming majority who have no notion of what is happening. There's so many people in the world who have no notion what is happening. Remember, the first one who makes things happen, the second who watch things happen, the third are so many who just don't know what is happening. There's so many who just don't know what is happening. We may live in this country. Most of us are diasporas. Some of you might have been born here. But some of us are diasporas in this country. We live in this country. Or some may be the native of this country. And there's so many things that are in this country that can help you progress and make you move. But you have no idea that they can help you. I have no idea. You know, there's somebody you sit with in class who has full scholarship right. Not because you don't have the mind, but you don't have the information. You go to the same desk and they pay you $3,000 for your quarter, for your semester, and somebody enters into that same class, pays nothing. We have no information. So there are so many who have no notion of what's happening. I'm talking about potential. Potential is if you live your life to the best of what God has placed inside of you, you are going to die empty. Now, the wealthiest spot, the rich spot on this planet is not the soil fields of Kuwait, according to one of my best authors, or Iraq or Saudi Arabia. Neither it is the gold and the diamond mines of South Africa and the uranium mines of the Soviet Union or the silver mines of Africa. Though it may surprise you, the richest deposit on our planet lie just a few blocks from your homes. They rest in our local cemetery or graveyard. This graveyard that we walk by, that is where minds that would have changed this world lies. The ideas that would have made this world a better place lies there. Because I say here, somebody had this idea of, let's come out together. Let's form something that can help us. Even if you help one person, you have helped somebody, like what Pastor said here. Even if you just help one person, you have helped somebody. So there are ideas that are buried. There are ideas, there are paintings that we will never see. Because somebody had them in the mind and you are able to draw. But it died here. It never came out. Especially when I look, of what you've done and where you have reached, it's like, you know what? It's not easy. Those sleepless nights. I've gone to school when I have children. I just graduated last year. And I was working full time. Coming home, you leave work, you come home, children are there waiting. They don't care whether you're in school. They don't care. You have to be a dad. You have to be an husband. But then you have school. There's something waiting for you. It's not easy, but you have to put yourself down and move forward. I just want to say a few things as I wind up this evening. There are 7 lessons that I've learned in life so far, and I may learn more as I continue. 1, our greatest enemy of potential is success. I know it may surprise you. Our past success, you study and you come to your master's program, or you come to your college program, or you feel like what I have done is enough and you stop there. The greatest tragedy to any potential is our past success. We struggle to be in this country. It's not easy to get into this country. And then you get into this country, you make a pause, and they say, you know what, I am done, I'm okay, I'm in this country. Period. But that is one of the tragedies. You are not yet what you are supposed to be. My little friends, you are not yet what you're supposed to be. Though you may feel that you are there. Sometimes you may feel like, you know what, I'm done with college, that's it, I've raised up my hand, and that is. And then you continue with life. Number 2, nothing in life is instant. There is this idea of quick gratification. A baby born takes pretty well 9 months in a mother's womb. If it's a premature, then they take into NICU and stay in an incubator for the 9 months. There is nothing that happens instantly. And the reason why our African countries are what they are, because of that quick gratification. We just want things, boom, right there. No strategy is laid down. You just want to rush and get, this is what I want, period, and move forward. Life, there is nothing in life which is, even miracles, by the way, they go by a process. Miracles just don't happen. There is a process that led to that. Number 3, don't give up until you have lived out your full extent of your potential. I know there are dreams that you might have laid down to yourself, and you say, you know what, I want to achieve these dreams. Don't give up. There are going to be times when you're going to go to the valleys of this life. There are. You're going to get into the valleys of this life, and you're like, how do I come out of it? I came here on the hills. I came here in May of 2008. In March 2008, I lost my dad, the breadwinner of the family. I came to United States, no money. And you know how you are promised you come to America, there is money, right? When you come to America, they tell you, welcome to America, there is no money, you have to go work. And the jobs that you're going to do, they are not the jobs you expected you're going to do. And have dreams of what I wanted to achieve. And I'm like, what do I do? Do I go back home? Or do I stay? I had to stay and milk cows. I worked in a farm ranch for 3 years. In all my schooling, when I was in my schooling, that's where I worked. There are going to be valleys, but let nothing. Don't give up until you realize your potential. Number 4, if you want to succeed, strike out on new paths. There are some paths in life that you're going to have to put aside. There are certain things that worked maybe in 10 years ago that may never work today. You're going to have to strike new paths in life. Don't travel on one path of accepted success. There is how people worked. I mean, when I grew up, success was we had a big farm. And if people plant good, my dad educated us through the farm, even if he was a teacher. But those successes nowadays may never work. And so I may not go back there 20 years down the line and say, I'm going to make success through the same things my dad did 30 years ago. You got to have to develop new methods. Don't strike new paths of life. Number 5, no man or woman can climb beyond the limitation of their own belief. If you believe this is the far you're going to go, as much as we may pull you and the heavenly powers pull you, there is nothing. Nobody goes beyond. where their belief is. If you say, this is where I want to reach, you're going to hit there, and that's it. So if you give yourself bigger dreams, they're going to be achieved and accomplished. How? I don't know, but you're going to get there. No man, no woman can climb beyond the limitation of their own beliefs, their own, you have put yourself, this is where I want to reach. Number 6, failure is not the absence of success. Failure is the neglect of trying. Sometimes we think failure is because I'm not successful. No, there's so many things we can try. We have failed to try in life. And sometimes, the other day I was driving my son, and he's 5 years old, and basking in back of my car, and I'm looking him through the window, and I'm saying, man, if somebody can take me back to 5 years old now with the information I have, things that I can do. If somebody takes me to his age, so failure is not the absence of success, but it's the neglect of trying. We just fail to try on life. Little things here and there. We just I'm not trying it. And if you don't try, you never learn. Because trying, you try, you fail, you learn. Yeah. Those who are in marriage, it's not nobody entered into marriage and saying that I know it all. You enter there, you try, you see, I don't need to talk to a woman this way. I don't need to deal with this way. Let me change. It's the neglect of failure. It's the neglect of trying that makes us to fail. Try. Throw yourself into things that nobody has ever been there. Just jump into there. And then learn. It's like, okay, this hole is deep. How do I get out of it? Number 7, as I wind up, don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. There are so many things that you cannot do right now. And sometimes it's your dream, that's where you want to be. And sometimes you're like, oh man, I want to do this thing, but no. It's do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. There's so many things that you can do in your age. In any of us, there's so many things that we want to do, but there are so many other things that we cannot do. And those things that you cannot do, do not let them interfere with what you can do. With what you can do. You can still move one step. My favorite guy that I look to, Martin Luther King, said, if you cannot fly, at least run. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. But in anything you do, move forward. In anything you do, move forward. Do not, even if you go and create one block, know that tomorrow you are not going to be there. You're going to move forward. If you go remove in your yard, those who have homes, and there is things growing in your yard, today you go remove. Tomorrow you are not going to go there. In whatever you do, let me end there by saying tonight, in whatever you do, please move forward. May God bless us.